Episode 5, Don't Blame Us podcast. We all the way live. You know what I'm saying?
Live in the 5.
South by
Austin,
Southwest.
Texas. Yeah, South by Southwest edition. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Boo, boo, boo. In there.
I go by the name of Cap Lewis, everybody.
Man, let me tell you a story. Nah, I'm playing.
I'm like, what?
My name Ozzy, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm your boy D, aka D Sick Music. We got a good show for y'all today. We got a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot that happened. But first thing we gotta do, we gotta pay our respect because we are all hip hop heads. That's what this podcast is based off of.
Straight like that.
You know, so RIP to Craig Mack. You know, straight up.
RP.
Yeah, you know, he launched Bad Boy, really. Like, he was the first artist that Puff put out on Bad Boy even before Biggie. You know, if you ain't heard Flavor in your ear, you crazy. You need to go back and do your research. But straight up, you know, as hip-hop heads, we are respectful, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Craig Mack, salute. Gotta get that out the way. Condolences to his family and everybody. And R.I.P. to Cap if he keep coughing, because this strong guy.
He dying,
he finna be dead.
He gonna be dead.
Next episode, we're gonna be like, R.I.P. my nigga Cap.
Man, how y'all feeling today? How y'all week been going?
Feeling good, man. You know, everything's good. You know, positive vibes every day.
I'm thinking the reason why we feel like this is because it's just South by. It's just how the feeling is every year. It comes around. South by Southwest, for those who don't know out there, South by Southwest is a festival, a showcase, a big ass festival with different celebrities, artists, whoever you know famous comes down here, spend some time up in the city, walking around 6th Street, doing what they want to do.
So if you never experienced South by Southwest, take a trip out here to Austin, Texas. And
y'all gonna have to, man.
Happens every year. You know what I'm saying? Get part
during
of
spring break, instead of going to fucking Cancun every goddamn year, why don't you come to Austin, Texas and listen to some good music? You might fuck around and see some local talent. You might like your boy here. That, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
I don't know about your show.
Speaking of that, yes sir. Tomorrow night, which is Thursday night, for those who don't know, Thursday night, I will be having a show at Tellers off of 607 Trinity. At 6 and Trinity, if you're on 6th Street, 5 Tellers. It's a free show. It starts at 5 to 9 p.m. I'll be performing at 620.
Thursday, March 15th to be exact, because we're exactly when y'all gonna be looking at this. So
yeah. My fault.
Man. So let's get into it, man. A lot to talk about, like I said, man. So we gotta address Lil Xan. Lil Xan just said some old BS. Lil Xan.
Lil Xan.
So check this out. Like Lil Xan, he done made some comments recently disrespecting Tupac. They asked him in an interview how does he grade Tupac Shakur's music? He gave him a 2. He said that Tupac was boring. He got a lot of backlash from the media. He got a lot of backlash from actor Michael Rappaport. He got a lot of backlash from Waka Flocka, who said that he is now banned from hip-hop. T.I. co-signed that. So let's take a look at this clip real quick so we can see what some people in hip-hop had to say about Lil Xan.
Good.
2. The boring music.
Some whack-ass, non-rapping rapper named Lil Xan, Lil Xanax, some pill-popping motherfucking face-tattooed cornball, no skill, no talent motherfucker said that Tupac's music wasn't interesting. A little buck-toothed, rabbit-face looking motherfucker. You need to apologize, all right? And you don't need to apologize to Tupac or Tupac's fans. You need to apologize to whoever the fuck raised you or who didn't raise you for raising you to be a dumb fuck. Little funny-faced Tom and Jerry looking ass motherfucker. You don't get to speak on anything that has to do with hip-hop or rap music. All right, and while you're at it, while you got a few bucks in your pocket, you need to sue your tattoo artist for putting that motherfucking scribble-scrabble across your grill. Talk about Machiavelli. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how many Instagram followers you have or if your little bullshit chain spins or does backflips or speaks Mandarin. Give a fuck about that little puppy water. Motherfucker, you're not even skating and you talking shit.
So what do y'all think about Lil Xan, man? I think he's tripping. He tripping. For real.
I really do. Little xylophone.
Why is y'all even giving this dude publicity, bro?
Exactly.
Like Lil Xan, bro. Lil Xan.
Like, give a little bit more insight, man. Say exactly
It's-
how you feel about this whole situation.
Bro, it's like I'm trying to, bro. There's no facts to this. It's Lil Xan. Lil Xan. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That is a legend. You can't disrespect the legend. You feel me? Like off top, you can't disrespect the legend.
Okay, facts.
That's a man that literally had knowledge, bro. Like that man was wise. He was like powerful, bro. Like
This man paved the way for
he,
your ass to
he
even
real life
be
paved
considered
the
a rapper.
way. Like
Facts.
like if you go look him up, bro, and you go watch his interviews right now, like he was on the shit that's going on right now is going on. You feel me?
Yeah, like I feel like even if, cause I mean, let's keep in mind, Tupac's been dead for longer than Lil Xan's been alive. I think Lil Xan is what, 19 maybe?
Yeah, no, he's 22.
He's 22, but Tupac been dead for that
Since
long.
96.
Yeah, so it's
So,
like
so as long as he's been alive.
even if you're not familiar with Tupac, Lil Xan, you could have at least still said what you said in a respectful way. You could have just been like, it's before my time. I don't really know much about him, or you could just say Tupac was iconic. There's ways to swerve that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand that when you in this hip hop game, you have to pay respect to certain legends, no matter what. So guess what, Lil Xan?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
For real, because we not really rocking with that. Hip hop ain't rocking with that. Lil Pump came out saying fuck J. Cole before we really knew who Lil Pump was. It's like a thing nowadays. These new rappers is clout chasing.
Actually, Kodak did something too, saying he's better than Tupac and Biggie.
And he trolled Lil Wayne, saying all types of craziness to Lil Wayne, knowing that he basically grew up worse than Lil Wayne. So is this a new tactic that's going on right now? Because if not, I ain't rocking with that. And in the long run, nobody's gonna forget that you said that. So for all y'all that are really trying to shit on the people that paved the way for you,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
because I can't respect that.
I
You know
can't
what I'm
respect
saying?
that
Hip hop is never gonna respect you to the fullest extent if you can't respect the people that came before you.
Like for real, that's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Okay, like they made it to the point where you are what
Who you are. Who you are. Even though you know what I'm saying, they not your mama, dad. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, the influence they had, the legacy they left. You feel me? It's all true, and it's gonna always be here. You feel me?
Facts. So basically, Lil Xan,
Boy, if you don't get
the fuck out of here.
real talk.
Little xylophone.
Hey,
Some tattoos on your
head
ass
boy, face ass boy.
face. No.
Alright.
Y'all know what Lil Xan look like?
Oh.
One of them coloring books that you color. That you like to color in, and then you scrabble fucking shit. That nigga look like one of them.
My nigga Lil Xan look like a bubble guppy.
Talking with a lisp and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking like a goddamn water creature.
I don't even know what you look like, bro. I just know for a fact.
You know what's crazy?
Your name is...
I thought he was white, but he's Mexican.
Yeah, his name Diego. He Mexican, but I don't even want to talk about him for that long. That's
Go,
not
Diego,
fair.
go.
We gotta go to the next topic, bro.
Fuck
We
yeah.
wasting too much time on Lil Xan. So one more time, Lil Xan, I'm gonna have to give you the biggest.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
We ain't rocking with it, man.
Trash.
Recently, there's been footage that has been released of Bow Wow getting ran up on backstage at a show.
Every time I just
Let me show y'all the clip of what happened. But allegedly, this is about him allegedly talking slick about Future, and so somebody ran up on him. Let's take a look at this clip.
Come to the night. Don't act like that. Don't act like that.
Next segment, we're gonna call this Lit or Lame. And this is in reference to the new projects that came out. So the first new project that came out is Lil Yachty's Lil Boat 2. Starting with you, Cap Lewis, lit or lame, and then give some insight.
Lame as shit.
Explain.
2 songs only that are only like considerable good songs on the album. Oops with 2 Chainz and some other artists, and then also another song he had with Offset called Mickey. Those are the only 2 that actually got my head like moving like this the whole way through. But I skipped through the whole shit. I was like, bro, nah. Skip. I did like Shannon Sharp, how Shannon Sharp be saying, skip.
Real talk. So what you think about Lil Boat?
I don't really listen to Lil Boat, but the 2 songs y'all talking about, I fuck with. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna definitely say lame.
Lame.
Also, so it's a lame across the board. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Lil Yachty. I expected him to come at least decent, cause when he was saying, you know, the songs of Lil Yachty that I have been like, oh, okay, that was alright, was the ones that's kind of turned. And he said the whole album was gonna be like that, so I was kind of seeing like, I'm gonna see what he got. I didn't expect much from Lil Yachty. I didn't expect like no classic. I didn't expect none of that. But I expected him to try. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even sound like he tried. You know what I'm
This
saying?
nigga don't deserve the word classic.
I can't even, I don't know what he went in the studio and did or was trying to do, but you whatever you was trying to do, you ain't do it, bro. So,
I dare somebody to say, yeah, Yachty has a classic album on there. What the fuck?
in comparison to Teenage Emotions, do you think that he's improved at all?
Fuck no. Teenage Emotions was horrible.
Do you think he's improved from that? Like, do you think he went from a 1 to a 2?
1.5.
That's okay.
Like he hit a 0.5.
No, like the only thing I could say he was killing was the one with T Grizzly. I mean, Pickable, he really was not saying them, but he was saying something. Like, it was something I could turn up to.
Peekaboo was about the vibe of the song. It's
Right.
like nothing. The songs of Lil Yachty's that are lit is usually because of the feature, and that's not good, Yachty. You gotta. Sorry. And he went on Funk Flex and dropped the ass freestyle.
On Still Tipping. Like, why would you get on Still Tipping and do Boo Boo on that?
Real talk.
Boo,
And,
boo, boo, boo.
Now the other project that came out, new release, is
Ooh, something fire.
Logic. So lame or lit, Cap.
Lit! And you know why?
Bobby Tarantino too, in case y'all don't know, that's the name of the new Logic project.
Oh my God, he did it so perfectly. How he did this, like when he dropped 44 More, we were like, what the fuck? Is this like? This sounds like Bobby Tarantino. This don't sound like no other Logic shit. So we're like, is he dropping it? Is he dropping this? And then out of nowhere, boom.
Oh my God!
He dropped,
Right there on the table.
dude. If y'all have not heard it, it's fucking fire, man. Like, the whole way through. He has probably like one of the best weed songs I've heard, in my opinion, because just the vibe. Indica Badu go hard.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, that whole hard.
And I didn't know he smoked, bro. I didn't know he smoked. I didn't know he smoked Chief.
Yeah, right. So Logic, give some insight too, Ozzy. What you think about the album in general?
Man,
And Logic in general.
Man, Logic, bro. Man. You don't disappoint me.
Never.
Because I know the thing about you, man, is like you go off your vibe, man.
Yeah!
You go off your vibe, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, wherever you go, I go. You know what I'm saying? No homo. But,
Pause.
shit.
I'm gonna have to agree though overall though, like I'm definitely gonna say lit. So that's a definite lit across the board.
lit.
It's lit. Logic is lit. So we all rocking with it. I don't even really feel like I have to say much because they kind of said everything I wanted to say. Logic been a beast since he started. He just signed a $30 million deal with Def
Shout out
Jam,
to
and they
that
gave
boy.
it to him because they know he's worth it. Logic been putting them numbers on the board for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Logic. I definitely look forward to see what he has in store for the future.
Yes.
Now, speaking of Logic, he he has a little riffraff going on with Joyner Lucas. If y'all not familiar with Joyner Lucas, he had that song that really was a hit, went viral, called "I'm Not a Racist." Check that out. Joyner Lucas and Logic have had a little bit of beef ever since Joyner Lucas went on Everyday Struggle, and in reference to Logic, he said he feels like Logic is corny. Logic hit him with a couple of little jabs on his album. If Joyner Lucas went full speed ahead at Logic and Logic went full speed ahead of him, how do you think it would play out, Cap?
Logic, my boy, and I fuck with him, but I got Joyner, man. I got Joyner 2-1 on that one, man. Joyner will come out there and give Logic like the best bars he's ever heard.
I might have to agree with that, man. Like,
Joyner
and don't get me wrong, Logic is Logic. Like, Logic can go, but like I feel like Joyner Lucas, since he's a little newer, he has that hunger, that fire behind him. I think if they really went heads up, bar for bar, like if you looking at catalog versus catalog, of course you're gonna say Logic. But if you looking at just like who can out rap who and make you be like, oh,
Joyner.
I'm gonna get at the Joyner.
Make you
Don't let Joyner steal your track, my nigga.
put them up.
We put all your music up.
Put 'em up.
If you got a hot track, put that shit up.
Joyner Lucas is known for taking people's tracks and
Lil
bodying them.
Pump
Yeah.
know about that. Designer knows full
Yeah.
about that. He's done recently. Black Boy got murdered. Black Boy shit got murdered. Like, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop getting hot with these songs. And he see how hot it is. He want to test his fucking theory on it and kill it. Jordan's a fucking beast. Like, he's like Marshawn. Like that's beast mode.
Yeah, don't sleep on the boy Joyner Lucas, real talk. Now we also got to get into this situation with Juelz Santana. He was in a New Jersey airport. They discovered a gun in his luggage, and once the gun was discovered, he just straight ran the race on him. He was just out of there. Like before hey, Mr. Santana, pew, he was out of there.
Like,
You know what
he
I'm
knew.
saying?
Like, he knew it was finna happen. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, they say he reportedly called a cab and escaped the scene before they could, like, detain him. So, I mean, since then, he's turned himself in. But why would Juelz do something like this, man? Why do y'all think he would do? Y'all think he just...
It's Juelz Santana, man. It's just Juelz.
But come on, like, you don't think that nobody's gonna know who you are as you dipping from the cops? Like,
Oh,
why-
everybody knows
of course.
who that
That's
is,
so
but it's just like,
I mean,
you
you know what
trying
I'm
to do the race at your age, man, ain't gonna work.
Yeah, now he gotta turn himself in. Now it's gonna be even worse. So,
Right.
guess what, Juelz?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You my nigga, but
You did that.
why would you try to run? Like, I don't really understand. Like,
Bruh.
maybe he just got caught off guard and just didn't know what to do, so he just kind of panicked. Like, oh, maybe he didn't know that the gun was in the bag. Like,
Oh, really?
maybe his security guard told him, oh, I accidentally put that gun in your bag too. And he was like, oh, you put a gun in there? Oh, that's a gun. Oh, I'm about to go to jail. Ran the race on their ass. Out of
Fuck
there.
I was trying to beat the case.
Man.
But I ain't beat the case, bitch. We did the race.
In the airport.
Skirt. And,
That nigga skirted off.
He
Like,
straight
for
off
real.
the airport.
For real, man.
Juelz said,
Crazy.
fuck them niggas.
So, Juelz, you kind of...
They also found Oxycontin if you
Oh, yeah, they found drugs.
They found
and
drugs
the
in the
gun.
gun. Oh
They
God!
found
So you
guns.
know why he did the race.
They
The homie
found-
just fled the scene like fuck
They
that.
found-
On some
they
Mission
found
Impossible
drugs.
shit, like he said, Mission Impossible shit.
Crazy, man.
Nigga
Juelz,
full
you wild,
drugs.
fam.
Crazy.
Out here wilding B.
Real talk. We got to talk about Vince Staples. Vince Staples recently, he been getting a lot of backlash online. A lot of people don't like the things that he says. He's very outspoken and very opinionated. And so he said he wanted to start a GoFundMe called Get the Fuck Off My Dick. And he says that if y'all raise $2 million for him, he will shut the fuck up forever.
Hey everybody, my name is Vince. First and foremost, I hope you're having a great day. I really do. Second, we've got a lot of complaints about our recent show performances, energy on stage, production choice. I think one person said it sounds like we're rapping on robot video game beats. We would like to apologize for that. Secondary, well, this is third area, I guess. We would like to give you an alternative. On GoFundMe.com, you can decide to donate to the cause of $2 million, which will allow me to shut the fuck up forever, and you will never hear from me again. No songs, no interviews, no anything. If not, you can choose to let me do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it. Get off of my dick or fund my lifestyle. The choice is yours. Either way, we appreciate you.
Bro, I fuck with Vince so fucking tough. This nigga is like the most like outspoken, most confident nigga
like,
in the world.
I like his music, but I feel like he might have a career greater than music. Like, I feel like he's more, I appreciate him more because of his voice and personality. I feel like that might take him places. That might put him in movies, TV shows, whatever, maybe comedy. You know what I'm saying? I like his music, but I don't see him just taking off and just being out of here because of the music. I think it's a little bit more to Vince Staples than that. You know what I mean?
The thing about it is with Vince is, like, when he says something, he means it. Like, the interview on Breakfast Club, he said Kendrick's the best rapper. And it was like, really? He's like, yeah. Like, ever. He's the best rapper ever. I was like, whoa.
I mean, that's not even like that's not even a reach, really. Like, if somebody, I can't step out just quite yet to say Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper ever to ever live, but if somebody did say it, I can say that I can't really argue with it.
I can't argue with it either, but it's like, damn.
You know what I'm
he
saying?
said it, and, like, he's sticking to it like he's the greatest rapper ever. Like he's that, like, he's a great.
So with that being said, shit, that brings up another thing. Where y'all rank Kendrick all time right now?
Dead or alive?
Yeah, I feel like
Dead or alive, he's top 3.
Man,
Top
I can't do that.
top 2, dead or alive, all the way out of everybody.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick that nigga died.
Bro, yes, he's either top 2, top 3. Yeah.
Kendrick is that nigga died.
I ain't gonna put him number 1, but he's top 2, top 3.
But he ain't my top 3. I don't know.
He in my top 3.
I don't know, bro.
He in my top 3. I'll give you my top 3 right now.
Top 3, let's go. All time, dead or alive.
Pac, KRS-One, Kendrick.
You, Ozzy? Or, you know, is that something maybe we got to come back to it on another episode? Because that requires some thinking, man. My top 5 be changing.
I swear, that's right. No.
You know, that's a little bit difficult. Like, but in general, well, and just answer the general question.
The reason why
what range do you put Kendrick at? Like top 5, top 10, top 15 of all time right now? He says for sure, without hesitation, he puts Kendrick top 3. Where do you put him at? Like, what range do you put him at?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably put Kendrick. Yeah, be in my... Kendrick could be in my top 10, bro.
Top 10 all time? I might put him in top 10 as well. I think he definitely deserves a top 10 spot.
Kendrick, he might be the bottom of, like, close to the 5. Yeah.
He might could reach top. He can reach top 5, but it's like we got to see how much farther he goes with it.
That's what I want.
He can definitely reach top 5, top 3, like you said. But for me right now, I could confidently put him in top 10.
Top 10, for sure.
Confidently, but when it gets to 5, it's kind of like. Now I really got to start thinking. So, you know what I'm saying?
It'll be hard.
We're going to announce that, well, we're not going to announce, but Jay-Z and Beyonce have announced their On the Run 2 tour, which is a big deal to a lot of people. You know how much money they finna make?
Bro, you see the
on top
fucking
of what
prices?
Jay-Z is worth $900 million. You add Beyonce money with that, they're already net worth way over $1 billion. Now they about to run this check up. This is why they did the tour, because you remember last episode we was talking about, you know, they trying to reach that Billy. This gonna do it.
Yeah.
This gonna do it.
This tour alone, because the prices. Have y'all seen them prices, nigga?
I haven't seen the prices, but I'm sure they're probably starting at $500.
VIP front row is like five rappers.
5 big ones.
5 of them things.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bruh.
I'm not spending $5,000 to go to nobody's concert. I don't care if Tupac came back alive today, nigga.
He came back and it was like...
Rats, I go sit outside the motherfucking stadium.
I go listen outside.
I
My car.
hear it.
If I was on Ticketmaster and I'm clicking, okay, I want to enjoy this. Let me click VIP and see if I seen $5,000.
Oh God.
Okay, bro. Sorry.
Oh God, I kind of crack because of that price.
I'm not paying $5,000 for nothing or nobody.
Ooh, stop saying that.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Five.
Oh, shit.
So this is definitely gonna put Jay-Z over $1 billion. I can definitely see as soon as they announced him at $900 million. He, how Jay-Z think, he instantly was like, okay, how can I get that $1 billion? Boom, me and Jay-Z go on another. Me and Beyonce go on another tour. There you go.
Or Beyonce. Or
because Diddy can't. That's one thing that Diddy can't do. Diddy is not finna go on no tour and generate that much money.
Fuck no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when they had the Bad Boy reunion tour, they're not gonna be able to price them tickets the way that Jay-Z and Beyonce can price them tickets.
Do you
and
know
honestly,
females save up for this event?
I ain't
Females
mad at
save for Beyonce's concerts. They save for this shit.
They be ready for it.
They be ready. I got a couple homegirls already on Snapchat. Already purchased their ticket. I'm like, what the VIP shit? I was like, oh, they coming off them racks, huh? They're coming off that. They're coming off that income money, huh?
Right.
Income racks money.
Boy.
All right, now we got a new segment that we incorporating called "What Happened to That Boy."
Man,
we're gonna talk about rappers or singers or producers that were really, really scorching hot. Then next thing you know, the plane just crashed and we haven't heard from them much. So we're gonna do somebody new every week. And on this segment of What Happened to That Boy, we are gonna be discussing Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap came out so hard. He came out with
Trap Queen.
Trap Queen was like you couldn't. You turn on the radio station, you hear Trap Queen. You go to another radio station, you still hear Trap Queen. You turn on the TV, you gonna see the video. Trap Queen was everywhere. And then he came out with My Way, and then Drake hopped on it like Drake does. And it really was out of there when Drake hopped on it. Fetty Wap had a run.
He had a couple. Then he had a couple other songs.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, she's fine.
I forgot that.
Whatever that shit was called. Really boys, they know. Whatever that shit was.
What's that name?
I forgot that song called.
Yeah, but like Fetty Wap was lit, but what happened to that boy? Do we think that Fetty Wap can possibly make a comeback? Do we think that he's cooking up and that he just fell back? Like, what do we think about the future of Fetty Wap?
I mean, doesn't he have a hit song with 6ix9ine?
That's what I said. Like, you got his whole shit.
But he's just using that to it.
It's not enough.
Yeah, no.
That shit don't even
generally,
count.
We all know that's not enough. But for me, Fetty, I never considered Fetty Wap going hard. I mean, he had those good tracks, but it was just like, It's like, you gotta come hard.
I ain't gonna lie.
They gotta come hard. You gotta surprise me, bro.
Fetty, I fuck with you, bro.
I mean, I liked what he did when he started out, but I don't really know if he can bring it back, man.
No, not the last one, but the one before. Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm thinking
I don't know, Fetty. I don't think
he can't come back.
He can't sorry, Fetty Wap. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be dope if he did, but I don't really foresee it happening. I don't even think he cares that much because I remember he made that video and was just like, I made $5 million. I met my idol, which is Gucci Mane. I'm straight. I don't even care no more. I'm good. So it seems like he achieved everything he really wanted anyway, so he might not even really care, but I don't know. Right now, Fetty Wap is on the back of that milk carton right now. I don't know what happened to that boy. Real talk.
You and Young M.A., what happened to y'all, man?
Yeah, man. So that's
what happened to them boys?
A segment for this week, Fetty Wap. What happened to that boy? Moving on. I definitely got to throw out there. Black Panther has hit $1 billion worldwide. You know what I mean? Nigga, did you see the movie yet? Why you doing all that shit?
No, yeah.
Because if you still ain't seen the movie, you gotta. Your black card is definitely revoked. Black Panther been out for like 3 weeks now, fam. Where you been at, bro? You said at home?
You ain't watch your bootleg at all, nigga. Nothing.
Nigga,
I know somebody got a bootleg.
You gotta pick another race, bro. You wanna be Mexican? You gotta pick a different
You wanna be Asian? Which you wanna be?
Which one you wanna pick, bro? Cause you gotta go somewhere. You can't stay here, nigga.
You gotta get the hell up out of here.
Somewhere, bro.
Get your skeet up here.
Boy, if you don't get your ass out of here. You haven't seen Black Panther. Boy, if you don't get would you want to be Mexican? Consider the mom coming up and man. I know, come on.
Real talk. So
man, I slice that.
Yeah, but real talk, man. But that's so dope that they hit the billion mark, man. Like they superseded, and the president of Marvel has confirmed a sequel. Most of the Marvel movies come in threes anyway, so we kind of knew that was coming. We knew if it made this much money, you know they're gonna make another one. So I will be looking forward to that one. I will be in there again with my dashiki on.
Boy, I'm finna come up in there looking like Prince Akeem in the bitch.
Man, looking like
all gold, everything. Hey, speaking of all that, man, I can't wait to see Black Panther again in the Avengers. Infinite War. He's gonna be back.
That'd be dope. They're gonna have vibranium in all the Marvel movies going forward.
Yeah.
Like when they did the little scene at the end, basically it was just
all the Marvel movies have vibranium.
They're all gonna have vibranium, but the vibranium is gonna be used by the villains and by the the superheroes. So it's gonna be used for good and bad. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. But
it's gonna be interesting.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler, the director of that. You made history, and we forever grateful, man. This
shout out to all the actors, Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, all y'all.
Y'all don't understand how important that this is to our culture. This is a step in the right direction, and eventually I hope to see way more black directors, black-owned film companies. We can really get independent. We can really boss up, and eventually we can run Hollywood, man. It's only a matter of time.
Bringing back more black superheroes to the main screen.
Yeah, and also shout out to A Wrinkle in Time went very well. It's like Black Panther's #1, A Wrinkle in Time is 2, and that's a kid's movie, but that's also a female black director.
And a female black lead was a girl, right?
Yeah. Forgive me for I don't know her name, but it's another step in the right direction.
And Oprah did her thing in the movie as well.
Yeah.
She was in the movie, so it's a good movie.
Absolutely. That's so we on the rise.
It's lit.
You know what I'm saying? Black people, we coming. You already know how we rocking, nigga. You already know what the fuck going on, nigga. Black gang in this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of black superhero movies, which one y'all want to see next? DC. Can we get can we get Static Shock, bro? DC, y'all slipping.
That's all we want.
DC, y'all slipping.
See a Static
Nigga,
Shock
what?
movie, bro.
You don't want to see a Static Shock movie?
I don't know, bro.
Come on,
Static Shock was straight, but not to the point where I want to see it.
Bro, you tripping, bro. Then what black superhero we want to see on the main screen as a main?
That's an everyday wake up.
What other black?
I guess we ain't got that many choices. Who else we got?
Cause honestly. We can bring Luke Cage to the main screen, but
that'll be hard.
We got Black Samurai.
Afro Samurai.
Luke Cage next season is coming out soon too. I be looking forward to that. So man, we on the rise, man. I love it, man. Like I'm light skinned, but I'm black power to the core, bro. I'm pro black, like you know what I'm saying. It's in me, bro.
No light skin.
Nigga, you gay.
So look, all right, man. So moving on from that, real quick, I just want to talk about this. Trump had like a little scandal where he had messed with a porn star named Stormy Daniels. It was something where he gave her $130,000 to keep quiet in 2016. He didn't want the scandal to get out that he messed with this porn star.
Wait, so this happened.
Now she's suing him. The reason that it's news now is because now she's suing him because she's saying that the contract where he wanted her to shut up, the gag order, it wasn't valid because they were using fake names. She was going by Peggy Peterson in the contract, and he put his name as David Dennison to try to conceal it even more. And so, I'm sorry, but where the button at?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Trump. So you
talk.
That's what it is, though.
He had to have threw her some money. Like, you bitches is out here busting it open for Donald Trump.
Y'all busting, but
Y'all out here letting
Busting the
Donald
pussy
Trump
open.
grab y'all by the pussy for real? Y'all wild. Any woman that opened their legs for Donald Trump ever,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
like, how could you feel on the inside as a woman knowing, like, I had sex with him before?
How do you feel when you wake up the next day?
Yeah,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
real talk. So, we ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Let's move on. OJ Simpson, we all know that he's out now. He had basically made what sounded like a confession. He had an interview where he was supposed to do a book, and he said the only way that he would do the book is if he could kind of make it a what if, like a hypothetical type of thing. So basically he did what looked to me like it was a confessional. So I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Let's take a look at this clip real quick.
It's O.J. Simpson in never-before-seen video talking about the murder of his ex-wife Nicole and Ron Goldman.
I remember I grabbed a knife. I do remember that portion. We've all seen the grisly pictures after. So, yeah, I think everything would have been covered in blood.
And get this, he says he had an accomplice named Charlie.
Charlie came by and mentioned something about what was going on at her house. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there's got to stop.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
Simpson was acquitted of both murders in the sensational 1995 trial. He reported the hypothetical confession tapes 12 years ago in an interview with publishing executive Judith Regan to promote his book, If I Did It. He details how he would have committed the savage murders if he was responsible. The book was scrapped amid public outrage.
So, OJ crazy.
Bruh.
You want to know something, OJ?
Let me tell you something. You're a liar.
For real, you trying to act like, what if I did it?
We know you did it, G, but
It's like,
you know you did it.
it's like, this is the thing, like, when that first happened, black people were so happy to see OJ get off the first time, because really, if you want to dig deep into it, all the Rodney King stuff had just happened, so black people were upset, so we were happy just to see OJ somewhat get off. But then it's like, I think deep down inside, OJ, we kind of knew that you did it, bro. Like, I think everybody knows that you did it. And then how you gonna come out with a, if I did do it? Bro, you just completely told on yourself, man. Like,
bro, y'all know
there's
he
a
can't
double
get
jeopardy
in
law.
trouble.
He can't get in trouble for
You
it.
can't get in trouble for it because of Fourth fucking Amendment.
Right,
Double fucking jeopardy. So he basically saying it. No, yeah, he's singing right now, but he can sing as loud as he wants to because he can't get in trouble.
Real talk.
He already did his time.
I don't know. I bet you white people gonna find a loophole in that and figure out a way to send his ass back to jail somehow. You know what I'm saying? So if you end up going back to jail because of this that just came out, then I'm sorry, but you gonna have to get the biggest.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Cause like, bugging for real.
Hypothetical.
If I would've did it, like OJ, we know you did it, bro. Like, stop lying. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let me tell you something. You're a liar.
Let's get into what happened with Odell Beckham. It just got released a few days ago that he was caught in a video where he had what the media called a brown cigarette, but we know that that's a blunt. He had a blunt in his hand. He was in a bed in a hotel. He had a young lady with him in the bed, and if you look really closely in the video, you can also see lines of cocaine and the credit card next to the cocaine, like, you know, he was getting it together. It's a really, really fast clip. I'm gonna play it 2-3 times just so y'all can catch it. Let's take a look at this clip.
Odell,
what are you doing?
You trying to get a contract out here, but this ain't the way to get a contract.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm giving out these congratulations, you played yourselves like candy today.
Y'all niggas
everybody
tripping.
playing themselves this week.
Hard,
y'all tripping.
Bruh.
Pause.
Real talk, like, I feel like, I don't know, that he's saying that the footage is old. Odell Beckham did come out with a statement. He said something like, look at my tattoos in the video. This video is really old. Like, this ain't even happened recently. Basically, he's like, why y'all bringing up old shit? So he couldn't even come and say, that wasn't me. All he could do was come and be like, that shit is old. Like, that's the best you could come with. Odell, how about you just stay out of trouble, bro? You gotta always assume when you are at that status that a camera is always rolling somewhere. You know what I'm saying? A groupie got you in a video that was like 3 seconds long, and it got you in all of this.
Yeah,
so
it got you a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, like it's
a
like
whole bunch of shit that won't get you paid by the Giants.
We all like to party, we all like to whatever, but if I'm making millions and millions and millions of dollars and they don't want me to smoke or they don't want me to do whatever,
if I'm fighting for a contract, if I'm trying to get paid, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, like, so I'm sorry, but Odell, just one more time.
Congratulations,
you gone.
you played yourself.
You gonna be gone, bro. Real talk. Just stop doing what you doing, bro. Cause you too nice, bro. You nice for real.
Yeah, Odell Beckham did some amazing things,
some
but
crazy shit, nigga.
You know, when it's all said and done, you know, people are gonna look back on the scandals. They're gonna look back on the things that were put into the media, and they're gonna all get incorporated to your legacy. Like,
just cause you're tired.
Like, one person that you know that's a celebrity that's of that way above that status, but keeps himself clear out the media. Y'all gotta pay attention to the moves.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
LeBron James definitely always keeps himself clean and out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? He stays out the way. He's so focused on the end result, the light at the end of the tunnel. He wants for his legacy to look good, and in order for his legacy to look good, you're not gonna see LeBron James laid up in a hotel with some chick with a blunt in his hand and cocaine. He's smarter than that. You gotta be smarter than that. You gotta be smarter than that, Odell. You bugging, fam. You bugging.
Anybody's ever.
Real talk. So, wake up, man. Y'all niggas sleep. What's going on?
Nah, I'm chilling, nigga.
Y'all niggas tired.
Nah, nigga, I'm chilling, nigga. I'm going out tonight.
Turn up, nigga. Turn up, nigga. Turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I'm high. That's all it is.
Yeah. So, you know, before we get out of here, we gotta get into the sports. Odell Beckham is part of sports, but also let me throw this in there real quick. D Rose moved to the Minnesota Timberwolves for the remainder of the season. D Rose, this is how many teams he been on now already?
This is his fourth team.
Yeah, like third or fourth team, and it's just ridiculous. Like, D Rose, you was supposed to be that nigga, bro. Like,
you supposed to be the real reason why the Bulls supposed to be the Bulls. Yeah. But nah, G, you done fucked up.
Always getting hurt, always trading teams. Old weak body ass boy. Oh, I need to drink some milk.
Oh, I ain't got heart no more. I can't do it no more, Jim. I ain't got every no more, bro.
That boy get injured so much, it don't make no sense, real talk.
D Rose, bro, like, you be catching more. Oh.
Zero.
Oh.
Like, think about this. A lot of great artists have pay homage to great athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, Yo Gotti's got the LeBron James song. Lil Wayne, as we know, got Kobe Bryant. D Rose, you have a song by Lil Pump.
Lil Pump,
bitch.
Lil Pump. Lil Pump.
Boy, if you don't get...
Hey, real talk, man. Like, you need to chill out, bro. Like, you bugging too. Everybody bugging. Everybody's getting the congratulations, you played yourself. But at the end of the day, I like D Rose, but it's like he's kind of tarnishing his own legacy. So for however much longer he's in the NBA, he need to make something shake. He really need to make something happen. He need to get some rings. So at least if they be like, oh, bro, you was team hopping, you was doing this, you was getting injured, he needs to at least go out with a couple of rings so he can be like, but I got these, though. So if he don't end up getting that, then, you know what I'm saying, all that team hopping and all that, you know, you getting injured and everything.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Everybody playing themselves today. What's going on, G?
Everybody tripping.
Tripping. So, Yeah, what else we got for sports, Cap?
Oh man, y'all know it is tournament time.
Yes, sir. March Madness.
March
Madness.
I hope y'all got y'all brackets together.
I hope y'all got y'all brackets ready because I feel like a lot of motherfuckers brackets gonna be bust in the next 2-3 weeks.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And for those who don't know, a lot of upsets. For those who don't know, the number one seeds, as I'm gonna tell y'all, the number one seed, the overall number one seed is is Virginia. Shout out to Virginia.
Yeah, 2 up.
Kansas. Xavier, and then last year's champ, Villanova. So those 4 are number one seeds. I really believe that a lot of analysts are picking Michigan State. I'm like, well, why?
I can't agree with that. A lot of people do think that Michigan State gonna get it, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, bro,
they were number one for just that
one
really
week.
Think Michigan State, but then that scandal that they had ripped them off the park. Like they had a big ass scandal this year that really like fucked with them, and then they started losing games. I don't know. Michigan State has something to prove, but if they do win this, I don't think it will be. They're not. I don't even think they'll get the trophy. Honestly, due to sanctions and shit. So everybody stop talking about Michigan State. Michigan State is rolling off. I'm writing these boys off, so it don't matter. Michigan State, you're not gonna go. You're not gonna win.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. What else we got for sports? Anything else?
The Houston Rockets game.
Man, Houston, dude.
James Harden.
I have never had fun watching a game until I watched like Houston play. These boys play like they played the Timberwolves earlier this week, right? I think the T-Wolves. Yeah, they played T-Wolves. Boy, whooped the dog shit out the boys. I think James Harden just.
That was the Spurs.
Yeah, it was Spurs.
It was Spurs. I'm talking about Chris Paul. Come on, why you do that to them boys? Why you do that to them boys?
Like killing them.
Like for real.
Like killing them.
Like shooters.
Murder.
Like y'all gotta understand, like Houston is fun to watch.
James Harden.
They're too fun to watch, dude. I like how they play.
Like James Harden, wow, bro.
James Harden is God.
MVP.
Jesus is that's Jesus' second nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like Famous Low say Kyrie's Jesus' nephew. I don't know, man. James Harden is like, I don't know, it's like James Harden like
How many more years do y'all think James Harden got in the tank? How many rings do you think he'll walk away with?
He'll walk away with at least 1 or 2.
Let's make some predictions.
1 or 2. He possibly get 3, but 1 or 2.
I don't want to say James Harden gonna be a Charles Barkley, which means he's gonna be a great, but not have a ring.
Well, then what's your prediction? How many rings do you think he's gonna get?
Nah, Charles gonna get some rings, bro.
Or do you think he's gonna be a Charles Barkley?
Y'all got James
or AI?
I feel like James Harden get it, so I'm gonna give him. I give him 1.
I'm gonna give him 1 too. Like I hope he could get more than 1. I think he deserves more than 1. But if I'm looking at it realistically, I think when it's all said and done, he'll get.
He get 1 or 2.
Yeah,
like,
get
2 is
1.
pushing.
He might get 2. Because sometimes, when a championship team becomes a championship team,
then they get in
sync, they lock. Yeah, it turns over, like you said. Like, so I could see 2. I'm gonna say 1 for sure. 2 maybe.
Yeah.
How many more years y'all think he got in the tank?
About like 8.
How many more years do y'all think
MVP
LeBron got in the tank?
Yeah, LeBron got 7, 6, 7.
7.
That's 7.
You got about 7.
About 7.
How many we think Curry got in the tank left?
About 6. 5.
I think he might got more than that.
No, he got 1.
Curry got more than 5 years left, bro.
Yeah.
That's his 6.
He don't want to give that nigga a high number just because he don't fuck with. He don't want to give him a high number. He a LeBron James fan. He is not gonna goddamn give.
I'll give Curry 8 years.
And the crazy part about it is he was watching Curry videos.
I'm impressed by the nigga. That nigga's God when he shoots. This nigga is Jesus. Like he literally is Jesus when he shoots the ball. Like boy can like he can shoot from anywhere, and it's just like, and he ain't like he doesn't have a regular jump shot. Like if y'all watch him, literally like watch him shoot. It's never like a perfect jump shot. It's always, he creates his own shot every time he gets the ball. Every time. He can pull up and wet. He can stop on a dime. Wet.
Yeah.
Double team.
True.
Wet.
Yeah.
Anything. The dude is Reggie Miller 5.5.
That's your little Kim.
Reggie, that is your offspring.
Oh man.
Ray. That's your little brother.
No, he got Ray beat, so he got.
Yeah, he do got Ray beat. Yeah, he do got G.
anything
LeBron
else?
James had the sickest fucking no-look pass.
Yeah.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
Another one?
Another one.
Another one?
Another one.
He did the Magic Johnson, the no look.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Let me show y'all this clip in case y'all ain't seen it.
Yeah.
LeBron. So you just doing the Magic Johnson shit, huh?
You tripping, man.
LeBron just like
Straight up.
It's crazy. Like
not even looking at it, just
made it look too.
It was
easy.
like
way too easy.
Like y'all, if y'all seen Magic play, y'all know.
yeah. If y'all ever watch Magic Johnson pass the ball, you'll understand why we like, damn, LeBron did the Magic. LeBron did the Magic. Palm the basketball and just
do it.
Just
no look.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Here you go.
So
dish it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
So LeBron's still doing amazing shit, but you know what else is new? You know what I mean? Same old shit. He's still going hard.
33, 15 season. He's gonna be he's gonna be top 5 in everything, top 3 in everything. He'll be top 3 in scoring, top 5 in every category.
Oh, I love you, LeBron.
Yo, fuck both. Shout out to the ring though.
Yay, LeBron. Head
Come on. I'm rooting for you.
Well, fuck you.
Go LBJ. Head
Yo, Pops retired. Yo, Pops retired, so you gotta say shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But he won an Oscar though, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Talking about Kobe for y'all that don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Do y'all know niggas is actually really stopped watching basketball since Kobe retired? Though, like,
Who stopped watching basketball?
A couple of niggas. A couple of niggas I know that you really like, bro, I stopped watching basketball. Or they really don't watch it as much.
They tripping. Basketball's still exciting to me.
Yeah, basketball is still exciting, but
I think that's a little bit too far.
Like, nigga, since Kobe retired,
Kobe's
good. Kobe that nigga, but I ain't gonna
the
stop
game
watching
is
that.
a lot different, though. You know, I think that I will say, I can't say that it got less exciting because there's still so much talent in the NBA. It's crazy. Like
these young dudes are like
they finna take over.
Developing real fast.
The NBA ain't never gonna die. Like, I'm not as much into sports as these niggas are, but NBA, like, that's my shit right there. And I feel like, when all this black stuff happening with the protests and stuff and the Super Bowl and the NFL and all of that, niggas didn't really stop watching football. But that's something that I could stand up enough to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, y'all bugging. But if there's something like that happening in the NBA, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like, I'm not gonna stop watching basketball, fam. Like, I'm gonna keep watching basketball regardless. And that brings up another real quick issue. Like, is the protest over? Because I know a lot of them people that said that they were standing with Cap and there was all, Black Power this, Black Power that, whatever, after NFL, blah, 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 blah. They were still up there in the Super Bowl. They were still in that crowd. They were still watching the Super Bowl. The ratings were still pretty high. So, I mean, let's have a real ass conversation real quick. Like, is the process over? Like, do you think that black people are wrong for continuing to watch football? Why or why not? What y'all think?
I honestly view it as like, man, we're all human beings. We're all human beings. We're not gonna be perfect. So if you decided that you was gonna stand by it and you get your word and do it, that's you. If people are gonna bash you for it, don't let it consume you. But just know what you stand for is what you're going. There's consequences behind all that. So that's all I gotta say about it.
What you think, Ozzy?
If you feel like you don't watch football, you ain't gotta watch it. If you feel like you don't watch football and say fuck it, like I do, because I really don't give a fuck about football. I'm a basketball fan. You talk about basketball, that's a whole different story. We're gonna have to look at that shit. But look.
I think it's trying to fight over basketball.
But I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying, whether you watch football still for black people or whether you know what I'm saying, you don't. Because at the end of the day, like, you do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't go based off somebody else, bro. It's your life. You live it how you live it. You feel me? And if you want to enjoy watching NFL football.
Yeah.
Or if you don't.
I feel that.
Fuck it.
You know, but I don't know. It is what it is. You know, niggas ain't gonna really stop watching football because people been so deeply embedded.
The game
into
is
it.
too real. It's too real for people to stop watching. It's addictive.
Mm-hmm. It's addictive, but morally, is it right? Niggas like, I don't give a fuck.
Who gives a fuck, man? That's like saying, do you give a fuck about watching TV or do not watching TV? Because it's like, just like say somebody said some bullshit and it, you know, the shit went crazy and it was like, say for instance.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So if you are really, really addicted to, I'm just giving an example. Say you really love McDonald's fries to no end. And you pull up at the drive-thru one day and the drive-thru dude pop out his head out there and say, hey, you're a nigger and we don't like you, but here's your fucking fries. You're going to be like, man, fuck it. These fries is good, though. I'm just saying. I've been eating these fries all my life. Don't shake the table, bro. Yeah, I've been eating these fries all my life, man. Like, I really don't give a fuck what y'all niggas is talking about, nigga.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm finna eat these fries.
Fries ass
Fuck with y'all. Is that basically what you saying? Like, no matter what anybody says about our people, no matter what they do, fuck all of that, it don't matter. Like, are y'all really saying that? So basically these niggas saying they gonna eat the fries regardless.
Hell no, I'm busting that nigga in his fucking chin.
I probably beat it. Well, I ain't gonna do all that because I turned a whole new leaf out.
Oh, we can tell it's your high ass.
You a changed man.
That boy super cool.
Oh, you cool.
That boy cool. That boy cool and Billy D.
Oh, you smooth.
Smooth. They call me Superfly. Junior.
Man, real shit, bro.
1994.
Yeah. But anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here, man? We done covered something.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
Of course, you know we got you, bro.
I want to say this.
What's up?
Shout out to Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and Vince Carter for being the only 3 active members. Well, no. Scratch Tony Parker. Ginobili and Vince Carter, the only 2 members to be the active players in NBA from the 1990s.
That's dope.
Manu and Vince Carter.
They been lit my whole childhood. That's dope.
They're the oldest 2 players in the NBA. Manu's 40 and Vince is 41.
Man, still killing.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all,
man. For real, man.
Y'all really doing
This is truly the end of an era after they go, man. The 90s is clearly out the way after them 2.
Yeah.
The 90s is yeah.
Everybody else is 2000.
Yeah. So, that being said, thank y'all for watching this episode 5 of Don't Blame Us podcast.
Y'all done fucked around and let us keep doing this shit, man.
Man.
We love y'all.
And we're going to keep on doing this. So press that subscribe button down there. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this on YouTube, press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
Why don't you like the motherfucker
know every
too?
time, like, share,
comment, share this,
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell everybody.
If you watching this on, if you watching on Facebook,
cousins, stepmamas.
Tell your dog, tell your gold.
Tell your baby mama, tell your baby daddy, tell your other baby mama, tell your
girlfriend, tell your girlfriend, fine cousin.
Man,
tell your side chick, tell your
go tell your tail.
Nigga, what? Go tell.
Hey, real talk, man. Tell everybody.
If
you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you share it. Also, same thing, like, comment, subscribe, and
let's get this shit.
Till next time. Don't Blame Us podcast. We out.